to some rock in a sleepy little one-horse town. Living life, doing it right, God and country first. We bleed red, white, and blue, and all that we do while we're out here pushing this dirt. But at the end of the day, there's just two things that every good-hearted country boy wants, and he'll bust his ass from dusk till dawn, give everything he's got for hot girls and cold beer. Nothing out there compares, not an 8-month buck from loaded up trucks, dirt roads or John Deere's, skinny dipping in a water hole, smallmouth bass on a fishing pole. All that's good for what I need right now, right here, is hot girls and cold beer. Yeah, there's nothing like a blue-eyed Daisy Duke wearing tight shorts, dancing up on a bar, slowly sipping down an ice cold natty light, putting the hurting on my heart. Every guy will testify all the good times that they've had. We'll thank the good Lord with every prayer, 'cause life ain't all that bad with hot girls and cold beer. Nothing out there compares, not an 8-month buck from loaded up trucks, dirt roads or John Deere's, skinny dipping in a water hole, smallmouth bass on a fishing pole. All that's good for what I need right now, right here. All that's good for what I need right now, right here, is hot girls and cold beer. Nothing out there compares, not an 8-point buck, mudded up trucks, dirt roads or John Deere's. Hot girls and cold beer. Nothing out there compares, not an 8-point buck, mudded up trucks, dirt roads or John Deere's, skinny dipping in a water hole, smallmouth bass on a fishing pole. All that's good for what I need right now, right here. There's two things that a country boy holds dear, it's hot girls and cold beer. Hot girls and cold beer. Hot girls and cold beer. Yeah, the sun's waking up, time to kick up the dust, work until it goes back down. Punch that clock, pound us some rock in a sleepy little one-horse town. Living life, doing it right, God and country first. We bleed red, white, and blue, and all that we do while we're out here pushing this dirt. At the end of the day, there's just two things that every good-hearted country boy wants, and he'll bust his ass from dusk till dawn, give everything he's got.
Another big one, guys. Hope I catch this one. He's coming for me too. Coming right for me. They get a second life when they get close to the boat. So she's churning down there. She's digging. Ah, yes. Got it. Oh, gosh. Oh. Look at that, boys. Now that is what we come to Placid for, boys and girls. I want you to see something right here. I want you to take a look at that spear point performance hook. Look how she's hooked. She's actually hooked twice. Frickin' hooks are insane, guys. That's it, guys. Shit that out. Had a pretty fish. Let's go catch another one.
So it's not reading that.
There, hang on. Oh, dang it, I missed it. That's another big fish. So you can tell the way they take them, just start surging off with it. Yeah, man, I mean, the only one that's been non-stop working like clockwork is your big camera I've been running on the tripod. That's the one oh, there she is again. Hang on. Oh, that's a frickin' tank, dude. This might be a bigger one than the last one. Hang on. Son of a gun. Oh, she just came out. She just came out of the water, thank God. Hang on. This is a giant, dude. This is put back in the water. Yeah, she's on. I'm fighting her right now. Dude. Shit, I just stepped on the phone. Guys, I want you to check this out when we get there. I don't want to jinx myself, but these spear point hooks are freaking impressive. She's digging. Set the hook on this. I thought it was a tree paw, but there's no tree paws in the area. Alright, let's go. Ooh, she had some big time that time. Alright guys, one thing I'll tell you is when you hook these big fish down deep, the biggest mistake I see people make is they get too much in a hurry and they try to horse them. These big fish are powerful and they'll rip that hook out in a heartbeat. Got her up to the surface and she's digging back down again. You gotta remember, there's nothing out here to get them hung in unless you're pushing a bow style, but we're on a shell bed right now, so you don't have to worry about them getting in anything. They're in open water. You play them fish out. Had to wait and the fish up to the surface, all of a sudden she started digging in. My phone. Stepped on it 5 times. Oh yes. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Boys and girls, that is why you come to Placid right there. And I got Colin on the phone right now. Shout out to Colin, boys. But yeah, that's why you come to Placid. Is for donkeys like this. Actually, it felt bigger than the last one. It's actually not as big as the last one. It's probably about 6.5. And I want you to see something, guys. I'm going to show you why you never get in a hurry with these big, powerful fish out deep. I want you to see something right here. See that hook? See that? Now watch this. See what just happened right there? Yeah. If I tried to horse her, she would have been done gone. I just had her barely skin hooked. Hey Colin, I'm going to get a picture of her and let her back in. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later, buddy. Guys, once again, that is what we come to Placid for. Check that girl out. Let's put her back so she'll grow to live another day.
Shorts dancing up on a bar, slowly sipping down an ice cold natty light, putting the burden on my heart. Every guy will testify all the good times that they've had. We'll thank the good Lord with every prayer, 'cause life ain't all that bad. With hot girls and cold beer, nothing out there compares.
Getting hot, boys. What I'm fishing right now, fishing a flat. It's actually a shell bed flat, and it has a lot of brush all in this area. And the area's around 20, between 21 and 24 foot. That's kind of what I'm targeting right now. But them big fish lay in this area. It holds a lot of bait fish. The bait come in and feed up. It holds minnows and stuff like that, and then that brings the shell cracker, the bluegill, the crappie in, and that brings the bass in. So it's kind of part of the food. It just follows the food chain. And there's typically, there's giants that live in this area year round. Every fish that we're going to be catching today is all resident. They're resident fish. They live here. They live in these areas. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying Giant Bass Fest on Placid. One of the ways I'm able to target and catch the fish we're catching in this video is because of the electronics I run. With the higher dollar amount of the electronics you're running on your boat today, the last thing you want to do is cut corners on the brackets that's supporting your units. That's why I'm using Cornfield Fishing Gear monitor mounts, rock solid engineering, safe and secure, giving you a full range of adjustments so you can optimize your vantage point whether you're on plane or at idle speed. Whether you're running a single unit or multiple units, Cornfield Fishing Gear has a bracket that is going to fit what you need. The best part about Cornfield, they are 100% manufactured, made, and engineered right here in the United States. And check them out, cornfieldfishinggear.com. You need to get Cornfield Fishing Gear on your boat. You won't be sorry. Now let's get back to Giant Bass Fest on Placid. Let's see if I can put that fish in the boat that I'm fighting right now. There's a smaller fish than the last two. So good one. Don't see weight yet. I think she just found out she's hooked. Come on, dude. You didn't want to come in the boat. Oh, come on, dude. Dang it. And that was a cluster from hell. I need a new net, man. There you go, boys. That is what Placid's all about. Check that out. Smallest one of the day. But she's a good one. Put her back in. Oh, what time is it now? Oh shit, that's a fish. Hang on, baby. Hang on, baby. Hang on, baby. Hang on, please. Ah, shit. She's stuck? Yeah, she's stuck. Hang on, baby. Yeah. Smallest one of the day, but it's a fish. Yeah. Hang on, let me get this fish in the boat real quick. Yeah, smallest one of the day, but it's a fish. Smallest one of the day, but it'll do. Oh shit! I lost it there. Get it. Stay down. sweat my eyes right now. Hardly see. He's barely on there. Alright, boys. And once again, that is what we come to Placid for. Spear point performance hooks, man. Insane. Got a pretty fish, guys? Yeah. It's about 12 noon right now. I ran around for the first couple hours, hit quite a few areas, but I hit them quick, fished them quick. Just didn't like what I was seeing. They were marking fish, but I just really didn't like what I was seeing down below. The fish didn't look like they were setting up right. So I pulled up into this area. A lot of fish setting up on it, and 95% of the fish that's down there is giants. And give you an idea of my rig and how I rig it. Throwing a Carolina rig. My weight I'm using is a 1 1/4 ounce flat out tungsten. It's actually designed by Boozer Bait Bass Addiction Gear and Flat Out Tungsten as their punching weight for punching thick mats when you're flipping. The reason I'm using that bigger weight, this is actually the first time I've been on Placid in 2 years. I used to guide on this lake full time when I was living in Lake Placid. Haven't been out here in 2 years with a 1 1/4 ounce flat out tungsten weight because I wanted to feel a little bit better of what I was fishing. The heavier the weight you use on Carolina rigging, the more in tune you could stay on the structure that you're actually knocking into. You can tell the shell bed, you can tell what you're hitting a lot better with that heavier weight. There's a fish, so hang on, boys. Oh, god damn. That was like setting up on a brick wall. Holy shit. Oh, damn it. She's still there. That was a screw up from hell. Thank God for those spear point hooks, right? Yeah, set up on her is like setting up on a brick wall. Now she's coming. Oh shit. That might be 10, boys. I don't know. Giant. She has to be hooked good. Probably the biggest I ever made and let that line slacken up big time on her. I got away with me when I went to thumb drag it. So I know I have to have her step pretty good. I'm waiting for her to have another surge here in a second. They get close to the boat, she's going to have another wind and want to start digging. Looks like she's getting tired. There she goes. She's seen this yellow bruiser bait dream machine. She said, I don't want to be part of that. She's not ready yet. She's not ready. She's not having any part of this bruiser bait dream machine. She says, I might have seen you before out here. I might have been in you before. And I don't like being inside you. The boat, that is. Ooh, she took off. She's giant. I don't care who you are. You say this gets old after doing it so long. She's going to come up again. Oh, it is getting heavier and heavier. And again, I want to show you something here in a second. And the reason these big girls, even though I fish with heavy line, 17-pound leader, should never break, I want to show you why you got to fight these fish like I fight them, and make sure you don't. I want to show you something there. See how that hook is skin hooked. If she took one extra dive, that hook would rip. I want you to see this. Watch this. Watch this. See how easy that just popped? These big fish, I can't stress it enough. Do not force them. Play them out. Again, you're fishing out here in open water. There's nothing for them to get hooked in. They're not going to get lodged in anything down there. Just let them run around. Tire them out. Can't stress enough. Do that. This fish, if she dug one too many times and I didn't catch it fast enough in thumb dragger, sad to say, but she would have probably ripped out. That's the way. It's the reason you fight them like that. See how you go. Been fun. There she took off. Alright, let's get back to my midday update, telling you what bait I'm using, how I rig my bait. That fish kind of interrupted us there. But anyway, flat out tungsten way down to the quarter. I'm using that so I can stay more in tune with what I'm fishing, being that I haven't fished this lake in a couple of years. And that's followed by bass addiction gear, barrel weight. Barrel weight was originally designed by Bruiser Bait as a lightweight sea rig. It works great as your bead on a Carolina rig. Your traditional bead always has been a glass bead, but with your tungsten lead, your tungsten material now, you cannot use glass like you used to do in the old days when it was basically all lead and brass weight. Plus it gives you a lot better sound. That tungsten bang, and again, it's tungsten. It's going to give you more of a ping-ping sound versus a clunking sound, what you get with going against the other materials. And then of course your swivel. and I fish a 7-foot leader. Ask me all the time, why such a long leader? Your conventional traditional leader is 18 inches to 24 inches. The further you put that bait behind that weight when it's bouncing through the bottom, it's going to enhance your bite. The closer you get the bait to that big weight coming in front of it, the less bite you're going to have. And I tell you that for you to at least get out, if you like fishing a Carolina rig on these lakes, at least get out and try it. Do me a favor, I want you to try that rig with the 7-foot leader. And I guarantee there's a lot of people out on this lake that fishes it that way now because they either seen me doing it, I've told them about it, or they watch my stuff. But I'm telling you, 7-foot leader. You have to have a hard hook set, because with that 7-foot leader, you want to make sure you get good penetration with that hook. Then I run the EWG 5/0 Spear Point Performance Hook. That's the key. Spear Point Performance Hook 5/0 Offset Shank EWG. And that's another thing. I use a lot of 14-inch worms. I use the Big Nasty most of the time out here by Bruiser Bait, 14.25 inch. People ask me all the time, why don't you use a 7-8 hook with those big ones? You don't need to. Anytime a bass eats a bait, no matter if it's a small fish or a big fish, 99.9% of the time they hit it head first. So the first thing going in that fish's mouth is the hook. Okay? And one suck and that whole 14-inch worm's in their mouth. Use any heavier hook, it cuts away the action that bait's going to have, swimming action on the bottom. The heavier you make that bait on the bottom, by adding weight to that hook, the more it's going to cut away from that bait's natural action of how it's supposed to swim. So 5/0 EWG Spear Point Performance Hook. You don't need anything bigger than that. And I highly recommend the Spear Point. You've seen how many times that fish there came out twice. And when it first came out, it was probably 50 yards from the boat or more. And I made a flub up on that fish. Went to thumb drag it, hit my release button. I lost track of the spool, and my spool just unloaded on me for about 15 foot, and I had to reel as fast as I could to catch up to that slack line and catch back up to the fish. Because of that Spear Point Performance hook, she never came off. Okay, that's important. But that's my rig, and that's kind of what we've been doing all day. But I am down here again in February. I come down in February, and typically I guide for about a month between Estapoga, this lake, and June. So last 2 years I've been here in February, I really didn't even hit this lake. I was catching them so good on Estapoga in late June, I never even came over here. So it's been 2 years since I've been on this lake. And but this is the lake I guided on for 15, 16 years before I moved to Tennessee. And it has some giant, as you can see today, it has some donkeys in it. But as you can see, you got to work for them. I pulled up to 5 different locations. I believe it was 5. It might have been 4 before I actually found the right area to just hunker down and fish. The other areas I pulled up, I was still marking fish, but I didn't like the way they were setting up on the bottom. When I pulled up into this area, it showed a lot. I mean, it showed a ton of giants down there. But I kind of like the way them fish were moving around and setting up down there. So as you can see, I've been on the trolling motor pretty much non-stop since I pulled up into this area. So guys, that's about it in a nutshell. Make sure you look me up normally fishing my guide service. Look up the podcast we do. We do a live podcast every Thursday. The Deck Talk Podcast. We're on live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday. We have some killer guests. We usually have a guest every week. And So make sure you check the podcast out. Talk about fishing, tell some cool fish stories. We just have a good time. We go down a lot of rabbit holes. So we have fun on the podcast.